Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Makar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings be unto the hopeful elect, pushing his truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe, in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. This is the brother Yakanan from the GMS England branch. Inspiration for this lesson, which will be a brief lesson, is drawn from this article that you see here on the screen. This is taken from goodmenproject.com, thegoodmenproject.com, and it's entitled Sweden's Trend: Microchip Implants Replace Keys, Wallets, and IDs. All right, and this is dated December the 9th, 2023. Now, I just want to scroll down to a particular excerpt from this article that spikes my interest. Now, it says here, growing popularity despite concerns. Now, it says, despite concerns about surveillance and potential privacy breaches, around 30,000 Swedish citizens have willingly embraced microchip implants. The convenience they offer seems to outweigh the reservations as more people opt for this futuristic solution. All right. Now, 30,000 people have willingly, all right, keyword being willingly, embraced, this beast technology. All right. They've willingly done that, without having it, being mandatory, without having to be, put in a situation where they've been banned, from a particular supermarket, or their workplaces required it, by force or anything of that nature. This is just people that have willingly seen the convenience of this technology and have invited it, into their life. All right. And that's 30,000 individuals. So how much more when it's made mandatory? How much more when it's required, so you can actually work and be a part of an enterprise, an organization, so on and so forth? How much more when your local supermarket, where you buy your food to sustain yourself or your family, requires it for you to be able to purchase in that store? Okay? So this just goes to show that when the time comes and this technology is brought to the world, and particular policies and laws are put in place to make it where it's going to be impossible for you to function on Esau's grid without it, this just shows you that a lot of people are going to bow down and are going to compromise themselves in the effort to remain on Esau's grid. All right. Now let's scroll back up a little bit. It says, microchip implants about the size of a grain of rice are making life more convenient for Swedes. These futuristic biochips serve as an all-in-one solution, eliminating the need for carrying around keys, credit cards, or train tickets. All right. So again, they've appealed to the convenience of everyday people. People want things fast. All right. And, you have all of these apps nowadays. You have, Instagram, you have TikTok, you have high level, high impact, fast information. All right. That's flashed in front of you. And it's programmed to people to want things quickly. It's programmed to people to be unsatisfied with anything that takes a normal amount of time. Everyone has been geared to, a fast-paced life, a fast-paced society, flicking pages of content, you might be on, TikTok, all right, and you might be flicking on that app. Now, within a space of a minute, you probably flip past 60 different videos with 60 different, points of subject matter that you've just consumed, in your brain. Okay? It's an overwhelming amount of information that you're exposed to on a daily basis. But this was all by design, all right? This is what the elites have, carefully crafted for the people, of this world, to gear them up, for the future cashless society, all right? And this beast technology. Now it says, growing popularity despite concerns. It says, despite concerns about surveillance, I read this one already. Let me go to the next one. It says, the adoption of microchip implants prompts a natural question. Should you do this too? While the trend offers undeniable convenience, there are considerations, Salakia, to keep in mind. Now, of course, they always highlight, the privacy concerns, balancing, convenience with caution, so on and so forth. But, the main point is, this technology is about to manifest itself upon the earth in a major way, And, we talk about Sweden, quite often, over the years, because they have embraced, this technology and this way of life. All right. But the way how you see the Swedes, embracing it, that's going to be a normal thing throughout the four corners of the globe very soon. Okay? This is going to be a normal thing very, very soon. You're going to see people more and more embracing this technology, all right, outside of Sweden. It's not going to be just Sweden no more. It's going to be all over the world, especially, in Babylon, all right? Babylon the Great, which is America, okay? Now let's get, a few scriptures right quick. And let's go to the book of Revelations 13. And we'll get straight to the point in verse 16. And it reads, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right? So notice that it says, and he causeth all. Okay? Because like I said earlier, there's going to be particular tactics and things, that the wicked elites are going to do to cause people and lead them, into taking this technology. All right. Now, like I said, all one has to do is require that you have, this technology, within you, or you can't come inside the shop, or you can't work for a particular company, or your children can't go, to a particular school. Okay. There's many different ways in which they can cause people to take this technology. And like we seen, in the pandemic, years ago, all they had to do in particular shops is say, we don't accept physical, tangible cash. Okay? So that wasn't even put into law. They just put a polite notice up, all right? A so-called polite notice up saying we do not accept coins. We do not accept, notes, so on and so forth, through the fear of, the C-19, traveling, through that tangible and physical currency, all right, and contaminating people, all right, and that was a scaremongering that and the vibration that they was putting out there, okay. So without actually putting particular laws or policies in place, they were able to have people only pay, with card, Apple Pay, Android Pay, so on and so forth, just because of that whole situation, without any laws being put in place. Okay, so that's how easy it is for them to do that. Now, these shops can do that all over again. They can say, look, we only accept payment in the form of the MOTB. Okay? Any shop can do that. All right? Now, you could try and take them to court. You can do what you want. All right? But in that time, it's going to be of no effect, man. It's going to be of none effect. When that MOTB has landed, okay, when that is functioning in society, it's a wrap. So again, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay? So it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what your status is, in society. You're going to be required. You're going to be subject to take this technology within yourself in order to be a part of Esau Edom's grid. Okay? In order to buy and to sell and to sustain yourself and be, a notable person, if you will, that exists in Esau society. You're going to need that technology, because without it, you're going to be voided. Okay? And that's what this is all about. Voiding people that are not down with the program. All right? And when you go into, we'll get it right quick. When you go into the word mark, and we always go into this, but you know what? We can't go into it enough. All right? And we're going to keep going into it until it's manifested upon the earth. All right? This is all about repetition. Now it says, this is the Greek word, which is charagma, which is the word for mark. And it says a stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. Now it says the mark branded upon the horses. Now here's the point. It says a thing carved, sculpture, or graven work. All right. Now remember, this CHIP is going to be inserted into you. All right. So it's going to be carved into your flesh. It's going to penetrate into you, man. Okay. And then once more, when we go into the root word, which is karax.
Strong's G 5482, charax.
It says a pale or stake, a palisade. All right. So that's something, that's inserted, into something. All right. That's something that pierces something. All right. Like how you have a palisade when you have fencing. All right. If you go to, an open field or, a farm-like, setting, you will see a particular fencing system, that borders that particular land. All right. Now, if you was to unroot, one of the fences, you will see that is in the form of a stake. So it penetrates the soil. Okay. It's the same, with that delivery device that they use, to pierce your skin to deliver, the RFID chip, into the body. Okay? That's the special syringe that they use. It penetrates, your skin, and it places that device inside your body. Okay? And with that, you wave your hand over particular devices and you're granted permission to enter into a building or to pay, to make a payment or to identify yourself, so on and so forth. Okay? So, this is undeniable. When you go into these root words, if this ain't clear to you through going into these root words, then, the Lord simply ain't dealing with you. All right? Now let's go into the grapho.
Strong's G 1125, grapho.
Now it says to write with reference to the form of the letters. All right. Now that goes into what? That goes into the information, the data that's going to be stored on the device. And that data is going to be concerning you. That's going to be concerning your name, your likeness, who you are, where you work. Okay. How much money, you have, in your bank account. Okay, your medical information. All right, that's going to be a measurement, a total measurement of who you are as an individual on Esau's grid. Okay, so if you're stopped by the authorities, they won't even have to ask you any questions. All they have to do, all right, is scan your CHIP, get you to wave your hand, on a particular device, and it's going to bring up all your information, man. It's going to bring up all your information. So that's the level, that Esau wants this thing on. He wants to know everything, man. He wants to be all knowing. All right? So I'm going to cut it off there. Lord willing, this brief lesson was edifying. And until the next time, I'll say shalom.